Hello, it's James here, and I am here to talk to you today about my complaints, gripes, the things I hate about one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
There will be times in your life that you will be tested by the fire. You must remain strong, dig deep within yourself, and keep forging forward.
Calling us murderers, calling us thugs.
That's right, not everything about the 2020 Corvette C8 is perfect. So I'm going to take you through 10 different items that I have found especially annoying or complaint-worthy, and go from there. So let me know in the comments down below if you have one of these or another similar vehicle, one of the things you hate about your car, mid-engine cars, or hell, some of the things that you love. Well, without further ado, let's take a look at the car and see the problems.
No explosive heat or a bomb component will dethrone me still on top. Through the fire, and I'll always be surviving. Can't take my heart away, that's keeping me alive. I keep that heat around me, that is for my rivals. You try to take my love away, but I made it through the fire. For more, gotta be ready for when they're waging war. Telling me that every enemy better, they found a way ahead of me. That'll be what you take me for. They don't wanna hear about it, they ignore. If I'm walking by the fire, then I bring a storm. Living with the dark, you doing the form. I was but a kid wearing that uniform. Think about it. Fire, and I'll always be surviving. Can't take my heart away, that's keeping me alive. I keep that heat around me, that is for my rivals. You try to take my love away, but I made it through the fire.
These grill guards are a major pain point for me. So this is the most protection that you get up here standard. It's better than nothing. It'll stop, I don't know, a freaking football or something from hitting you, I guess. But most of the road debris you get is pretty small, and that's where all these little dings come from. And it gets even worse as you move back. So right in here, there's even less. We've got a bit more substantial plastic way back here, but as far as stopping leaves or anything else from actually getting into that duct, there's almost nothing. Now, some people have created, and there's third-party manufacturers making things to go right in here, same with the front, and I think those are probably going to be worth the money and probably about the only modification that I actually do. Now on the back you have basically the same thing, no real protection in there. However, nothing should really be hitting you from the back. I think it's kind of funny that they actually have better smaller mesh in the back here than they do in the front. And I have a feeling that the reason it's here is so that fingers don't touch the muffler and get burned. One thing that I hated about the buying experience is that I wasn't able to see it ahead of time. I mean, I would have opted for a few different things in this car if I had been able to do that. Now, there are dealerships that brought in the C8s, or of course you could go and fly to one of those. Unfortunately, the dealership in Bozeman was not one of them, and I wasn't about to spend a bunch of time and money going to another dealership in a whole nother state just to sit in a car for a minute. So I didn't do that. However, if I had the opportunity to actually sit in one and feel the difference, well, let me just show you. Chevy has done a phenomenal job with the interior of this C8, especially the steering wheel. Now this is a 2LT package, and I really wish that I had gotten the 3LT. That's a personal thing. I've seen what it looks like compared to this, and the Bordeaux interior that I had originally wanted. It's great to be in here. You do have real leather on a lot of the stuff that you touch, but there's better materials to be had in the 3LT. I do wish that I had upgraded it, but it is what it is. Now, one thing that would not have changed with the 3LT is the steering wheel, specifically the buttons. On the 3LT, you get this beautiful leather with stitching right here in the center, but let's face it, you don't really touch that much. That's just something to look at, unless of course you're honking your horn along. What you do touch, however, are all the buttons and levers. Now, one of the strong points are these. You can hear it. You hear that metallic sound? That's phenomenal. These are metal and they feel like it. Moving over here, you've got these wonderful little grippy pieces and some nice feeling buttons. This Z is even aluminum. If it looks like metal, it probably is. However, once you get down here, the buttons that you're probably going to use the most, which is changing your volume, they're these pretty flimsy feeling buttons. I mean, I don't think I'm going to break them or anything, but I don't know. They could have been better. While we are on the steering wheel, let's talk about this. It's kind of difficult to see, but there's a little bit of bubbling right in here in the leather. I can actually push that down. And we're seeing that down here as well. You can see just a little bit of a kind of wrinkle. Now, it isn't happening so far on this side, and right here gets less sun. So I'm guessing that as the sun continues to hit the leather here, it'll bubble up a bit. And also on those more expensive 3LTs, their dash might start to bubble. And that would be very unfortunate. On the seat, you have a huge amount of movement, and that's wonderful. You can go forward and backward, and you can move the back of the seat as well. The lumbar support goes in and out, and you can even adjust the bolsters. Can't see it, but trust me, you can feel these things move quite a bit. However, you can't really go down. You see, all you're doing is tilting the seat. Now, I know that sounds like a really odd complaint because this is such a low car already, but that's kind of the problem. You see, this roof is pretty low, and so if you're too tall and you want to sit up properly, then what ends up happening is your eyes aren't that much lower than the roof line. I'm 6 foot, if I were much taller, I could put my head all the way into here and not see anything. So I'd have to start leaning my seat way back. Well, I don't like having my seat way back. So if they could get the seat a little bit lower, that would actually be better, in my opinion at least, just for visibility. But again, once you're in here, not a big deal. It's very difficult to show this to you, and it isn't really an issue with the design so much as just my personal C8. But over here, there's a rattle somewhere. I don't know where, but when I'm driving on the freeway, you kind of hear this like, you know, little rattle, really, right? You hit a bump on the road and it's a little bit more. So somewhere over here, something is rattling and it's annoying as hell. Now, can I probably get this fixed by a dealer? Yes. Is it anything serious? No. But it's still annoying. Complaint everybody has about this thing is how dirty the engine bay gets. Now, normally this is not a problem because, you know, people don't see the engine bay. But in this, you do. You very much see the engine. This gets filthy, also extremely hot. The carbon fiber in there on the engine appearance package, the engine cover itself, this is actually relatively clean right now. It's usually absolutely filthy, and it's all because of how open it is. Now, it has to be open to let the heat out. I mean, this car's been sitting for a while, and it is scorching hot right here. It's very, very warm. So it absolutely needs that, but that doesn't mean that it makes it pretty on the inside. Look at this thing. It's gorgeous, and that is not a complaint. However, and this is getting very nitpicky at this point, having to explain to people that that badge is not a Cavallino, that this is not a Ferrari or a McLaren or a Lamborghini, is honestly annoying. And I'm not sure what to do with that information. People will get used to them eventually and get used to seeing it. But for right now, I have to explain at almost every gas station what the car is and also what it is not. And that brings me to my final little gripe. Again, we're getting so nitpicky at this point. But having to explain what you do and the price of the vehicle. Now, this is something I've never had to deal with before, and anyone that has had an exotic car is probably much more used to. Usually, however, Corvette owners don't have to wonder what people think of them, or have people ask what they do for a living, or how you can afford such a vehicle. It's been really weird. There's a lot of attention you get, which can be fun, but just plan an extra 5 or 10 minutes basically everywhere that you go. Well, there you go. There's 10 things that I do not like about my Corvette C8. Am I getting nitpicky? Yes. Did I have to almost make up a few things? Yes. Are a couple of them just specific to this car or me? Yeah. So, is there much to hate? No. This car's amazing. And if you have an opportunity to drive one or buy one, I think you will be blown away. It is truly supercar levels of performance and comfort and technology. It's an amazing vehicle. So with that said, that's about all that I have for you today, my friends. So until next time, stay safe, drive safe, and be happy. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to go to dadbod.marketing for all of your free business and marketing advice. Please like, share, and subscribe if you got something out of this video, and don't forget to check out our other videos right here.
I can pull a caper anywhere. Look the devil in his eyes and took his teddy bear. I'm so well, I'm elevated to the atmosphere. Just hit my line and I can get you there. Yeah, but if I can't, still we got some options. See, Dre, King, Mo, O, and BYG.
Come to terms with, had to learn quick. Nobody really got your six except the ones that you serve with. Broke bread and you learn quick that this life ain't fair, no love for me. No unity and no loyalty. Just dirty minds feel full of greed. My only mission, keep living, love life. Take chances, get the people that doubted me. Dark days that clouded me. I am undoubtedly underrated, I understand it. Overplanning, dedication, just payback for my preparation. See, working for more than a salary cap. Just trying to live while I balance the rap. Focus on dreams, focus on things. It means something, but chancing it seems like a big reach. Till I think of the times I ain't had shit. Just loyalty, my blueprint. I grind, non-stop. Loyalty to my hard drop. Loyalty, loyalty.
See, I went through the mud with mine. From that corner to the morning line. I held it down, now you can't question mine. There's loyalty in darkest times. Hey, when I start to glow, we all gon' shine. I stay 100 since I passed the line. See, I can do it on my own, but we got loyalty. And I got too many people that's looking up to me. Said I can do it on my own, but we got loyalty. Yo, said we got loyalty.
King Mo, Loyalty, though I came from a selfish block. You know I